Hello everybody. I know what you're thinking. This is super weird exercise, but it's still Paida though. I pretty much like to do that. Helps me a lot. This is a way to Paida on the spine. I know it kind of looks like a ritual of self-flagellation, but it's not. You see, I'm not hurting myself. I'm using this rope. It's very cool rope, but unfortunately smells like a horse because I took it from my job and I work with horses. Why I titled this video Paidalajin Pays Off? Because I'm inspired by how easily it is now to deal with health problems, and compared to other people around me, when I look at them, I realize how confident I am in my abilities to take care of my own body, which is something that is the real payment. If you want to look at it that way, it is also pays in money because you save a lot of money. Probably for my problems, I probably would spend a lot of money going to massage therapists, kinesiologists, and stuff like that. And I almost never visit them. If I visit them, it's more from some kind of satisfying my interest on some massage technique than really expecting to be more effective than Paidalajin. I don't know how is the sound when I'm making these whippy moves. I'll go a little bit back. So in this video, you can see that this is a very good way to Paida on your back. It's very effective. On the sensation, it feels like making Paida with the little hammer. It's kind of whippy. It's more superficial. It's not on the. It's like on the skin, on the subcutaneous layer. Not that much on the muscles, but it really helps me for some back pain, little back injuries. When I make this Paida between my shoulder blades, it helps me a lot to fall asleep. Like it's super easy for me to fall asleep. So yeah, about paying off. Today I'm gonna make a workshop about Paidalajin in a group of 15 female dancers. Oh, they're actually not only female, they're two males also. And I was thinking about how to present myself, because they actually don't know about my Paidalajin skills and my Paidalajin knowledge. Also the knowledge, my knowledge of yoga teacher. They know me as a dancer because in my country, I can say that the dancers know me. It's like I'm not the biggest name, but definitely one of the names in this country. So I need to skip from. I need to jump from the my image of dancer into my image of yoga teacher, because the workshop will be about how to prevent our bodies. And the way I was thinking how to present Paidalajin to these people is to show them that it really pays off, and what is the most important gift from my long practice, almost 5 years of Paidalajin, is like how confident you start to feel in terms of dealing with your own health. I gave many examples about that, but I get even in the same time it's sad, but I get even more confident about where I am in the field of self-helping, because when I see someone who has disease that for me is nothing, I know I can cure it with little Paida. And when I see how people are wondering what to do, they are very worried, anxious about this problem. I feel like, oh my God, like this can be solved with 30 minutes of practice. And of course, when I tell this thing, that, for example, you can help yourself with loss of courage, or help yourself with some skin problems, on pain problems. They can be solved in one day, and to the effect to stay for a few days more with ease, like super easy, super simple. Of course, they do not believe me. They think it's kind of weird thing. Of course, not everyone is that open, but what I want to say is that it really pays off if you spend your time in Paidalajin, especially when the bad period of the healing crisis disappears. In my journey, there were a lot of healing crises, um, happened in many different ways. Some of them very scary, some of them easy to deal with. But when this period disappears, and also when the Sha stops to appear, when the pain in the body decreases a lot, and this is like the most pleasant period. You're just taking care of yourself. You know what to do in which moment. Also, I wanted to talk about your questions. Your questions are very, like, there are people who practice Paidalajin, and in my opinion, it was enough to understand some things about Paida, but it turned out that it was not enough, their practice. So even from people who practice a lot Paidalajin, in my opinion, they still have some very basic questions. And ask me about some name of disease, and this is of course the most basic the most basic mistake in Paida, because the first rule of Paida is to forget about the disease name. So when we talk about Paida, if you have frozen shoulder, or if you have plexitis, or if you have shoulder arthritis, for Paidalajin, it's absolutely the same thing. And it doesn't matter, you see. Also, when you have any sort of digestive problems, for Paidalajin is absolutely the same, like gastritis, enteritis, colitis. You see, it is absolutely one and the same thing. Four main areas. And if it is a physical problem, slap directly on the damaged part. Like if it's a frozen shoulder, you slap the four main areas and the shoulder. If it is a neck pain, slap the four main areas and the neck. And yeah, it makes you very confident about that. Really helps actually if you experiment with longer Paidalajin practices when you are sick. For example, when you catch cold, if you spend like 2 hours of practicing 15 minutes on each part of the four main areas, you can wake up the next day and feel like, wow, yesterday I was sick. What about today? Why I'm feeling that good? These surprises makes you believe a lot, and Paidalajin. Today, when I woke up without my gum pain, because I made something up in my gums, like I was eating chips or something, and I put something in my gum, like between the gums and the teeth, and it enters very, very deep, unfortunately. So I felt pain for a few days in the gum, but after a few pilot sessions on the inside of in the arms, it's like there is absolutely nothing, like no pain at all. And you see, usually people can go to dentist for this thing, and going to dentist for gum pain is, in Bulgaria, it can cost you 100 leva, which is around $60 US dollars, and around 50 euro. So it saved me 50 euro. You see, it's not nothing, and I'm pretty sure that it pays off in money too. I was having I would guess the word. I told a guy, my subscriber, that I will show in the next video stretching that is very good for exercise, that is very good for both high blood pressure and low blood pressure. So it's actually not a stretching. Kind of looks like Lajin exercise, but it's not. It is very good for blood pressure problems. It's good for people who have panic attacks, and it can be done by very old people. And the exercise is this one, super crazy simple, like the simplest thing ever. You lay on the ground and you place your hands like this, with fingers pointing the skies. So your hands are like that, fingers pointing the roof, and hold this posture for 10 minutes. If you have blood pressure problems, it will be very cool to measure your blood pressure before and after the exercise. This exercise saved my father buying pills, you see, because he go to doctor because of his high blood pressure, and the doctor described him pills, and he asked me what to do, and I said, okay, try this, and if it doesn't help, go and take the pills. So because the blood pressure was not so high, you see, he could live in this way. So he tried it for 8 minutes. I said him 10, but he did it for 8, and his blood pressure decreases to normal. And this happened many years ago, like 6 years, maybe more. And from that time, my father is still not taking the pills. Just if increases the blood pressure, he is doing this exercise. It's very cool. You can show it to your grandmothers, grandparents, like grandfather or something. That most of them have blood pressure problems, and they can experience a very good benefits. There are a few cases that it didn't help, but in most cases it helps. But I have experience with this exercise only showing it to people with high blood pressure. They say that it helps for low blood pressure too, but I didn't know any case like that. So, okay, let's look at some of the previous questions, latest questions, to end this video with a little Q&A. So, Q&A time. We have something new for me. Shane Byard says, Lajin has improved my yoga tremendously. This is something that I've experienced too, and especially my meditation, because I sometimes meditate a lot, sometimes don't, but before I used to have this huge back pain that appears when I am into sitting position, and also it was like harder for me to enter this meditative state, to enter this pratyahara state, and especially dharana and dhyana states that are like deeper states in yoga. And after Lajin, after my Paidalajin like journey, the pain decreases in my spine, and I've entered these states easier. And oh, my laptop. Sorry. I just need to save my battery. Okay, we're in. And I realized that after practicing Paidalajin, even a little Paida on 4 main areas, I entered this meditative state even like super quick. Like, wow, it is like I'm just sitting, and after a minute I'm there. This is something that I've realized. Also, meditative jogging looks also benefits my meditation the same way. After meditative jogging, when I sit to meditate, it happens very quick. Yeah, let's see something else. The same guy, Shane. You should try learning yoga from Sadhguru's Isha Foundation. Never tried. I listen to Sadhguru from time to time. Pretty much respect him. He's amazing. Ferdinand, if you put a sock, this is something new for me too. I don't know what to read. If you put a sock on your hand, it significantly reduces the sound of the Paida. Maybe a good tip. Thanks for the frequent uploads. Man, this guy Ferdinand is one of my favorite subscribers. I still owe him an email. He sent me a very good email. I am procrastinating it, but it made me very happy. Ferdinand, you're amazing, man. You see, this guy is practicing very good. He's a good practitioner. One of the guys who really learned about Paidalajin, and as you can see, he is creative. So he puts a sock on his hand and slaps, reduces the sound. You can use that. It's very good. And actually, I used this rope for the first time today. And before that, I did it with rubber band, and because this is that kind of tissue, it's like also reduces the sound. It is less noisy than the rubber band. So good from Ferdinand. Let me see other comments. Hello, my friend. I want to ask, is this pose equally effective for both high blood pressure and low blood pressure? Because blood rushing to the head is not dangerous with high blood pressure? Question mark. This guy is, this comment is on my video about Neclogen. And I've said about people with blood pressure should be careful with this exercise. So I'll answer it here too. So I know that if you have some blood pressure problems, you should avoid getting into like 5 minutes Neclogen very quick. You should start step by step. I think that is not like super contraindicated, but yeah, this is all I know. I don't have problems like this. and never showed this Wajin to people with high blood pressure. I just read it in the book, so I'm telling you what I know from the book. Also, yeah, because usually when someone asks me about high blood pressure or any blood pressure problems, I showed him this exercise because it's easier. And everybody does this actually. Okay, Barbello. I know who is this guy. In Australia, we are coming towards the winter. I was wondering what areas are best to slap to keep immune system strong. I've chat with this guy, and when here is winter in Bulgaria, he showed me how he's practicing Lajin naked. I mean, not naked from this part, like the upper body, and you see, and he's outside. In the same time, I'm with all my jackets here because it's the coldest season ever. But yeah, anyways, right now here is summer. Then in Australia is winter. Uh, of course, you can slap for the immune system. 4 main areas you can slap. Inside of the arms. They are very good. You can slap the head because the head is also very good for sinus problems, nose problems, and these are areas that are really affected from the cold. You can slap ears. Actually, there are many good areas to improve immunity. But one thing I didn't comment on him, didn't reply, dipping your feet in hot water. This is something that everyone knows, but it's like we don't. It's like more effective than we think. More effective than we think usually. So we underestimate this dipping feet in the hot water. Okay. Some other questions. Wow, this is a question from a guy from Bulgaria, but it's a very long. Okay, while practicing Wajin, I feel a lot of pain in my legs due to stretching within 3-4 minutes. I cannot make them straight for more than 3-4 minutes. I am suffering from premature ejaculation, uh, but after it, my legs feel like they have almost weightless. Feels really good and light. Um, Feeling this pain is super normal thing. You see, after 3-4 minutes, that means that you are blocked, man. 3-4 minutes. If you practice, you will start to feel this pain later, like in the beginning 5 minutes, then 6, 7, 8. But in my opinion, it's a very good sign of unblocking if you stay 10 minutes without feeling anything. Even if you practice very often, you can reach that point that for 10 minutes you won't even feel the numb. This is very good moment of unblocking. Again, this guy Shane. I hesitate to do my elbows that much because I don't want people at work to look at my shot. Maybe if I do it on a Friday afternoon, it will be little better by Monday. Funny thing. You see, I didn't care about these things, but I should admit that it's kind of weird, of course. But yeah, if you wear long sleeves in some cold season, you can try there. But inside of the elbows is important area. If you consider practicing Paidalajin and like not practicing on inside of the elbows, it's it's nothing. You see, all the 4 main areas is very good to apply some Paida on them. Very interesting thing for me. Yesterday I did Paida here for 30 minutes, and I slapped very whippy with my fingers like this, and I got shot dot here, and I didn't have a shot here from years on that area. I think I've cleared it from shot. Anyways, let's see if we have a next question, some other question. This guy who asked me for Lajin bench, the antidote. He's from United States. Our prices are not very competitive if we sell Lajin benches to United States. Again, $490. I realized perfectly that this is not a cool price, but in the same time, we cannot sell it for less because we are 2 people with my colleague, and there is third guy who are making the benches. Also, the wooden material is much more expensive than 2 years ago here in Bulgaria. But I really encourage you guys to make your own bench. It's very simple. You just need a plank and some old table, like old hard table, and a screwdriver, and you have a Lajin bench. It's very easy. If it's too ugly to be in your house, you can put it in the garage and go to practice there. So okay, we've replied to the latest questions. I can see that 5 people are watching this thing live. If you have some questions, I can answer them now, and I'll wait for you a few seconds. If you don't have any questions, we can call it a day. I was very happy to make this video. Okay, I'll use the time to show you how long is this if you want to make yourself. What I did is, like, it is that long, almost like the length you can spread your arms, but little shorter, like 1 pound shorter. So when you cut it, you should burn the ends of the rope because it will fall apart if you don't do that. And then you just start like a Ninjago, you see. But it's cool to try to hit one and the same place with every hit. It is good for the back because it's easy, it's not noisy. You can use it even in the areas where are located the kidneys, because on the kidneys right here we should avoid slapping hard. It's not good for these organs, but this is kind of superficial. You feel it mostly on the skin and just superficial on the muscles, and it doesn't make this shaky effect in the kidneys. So it's way more safer than using some heavy slapper or someone to slap you with his hand. Okay, 30 minutes video. Thank you so much for your attention, guys. You're amazing, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.